I'm a bit high up, aren't I? Oh yeah, it's because I changed where I was. Because when I call up, hello and welcome. This is Brandy Smith, Land of Vin Library. Today, it is the day of the Arknights collab! Which I don't know much about Arknights, except for two things. I know that Last of Me and End Like This are bangers. And that is it. That is all. Those two songs. That's all I know from Arknights. Hello everyone! Hello Dreaming Author! Hello Lucifer Virgin Man! Hello Aiden! Hello Xnam! Hello Ben! Hello Nimby! You miss me? Boy. Did I miss you? Glad to see you back. Hello Normal Size Phantom! Let's go, I got 3 hours of old Kung Fu movie trailers and me playing on the telly. Wonderful! That sounds like a great evening. The gifted members have run out. Boo, that's sad. Gamba, 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 gamba. Hi, Chase. But I gotta go to therapy now, as you can't say. That's fair. Therapy's important. I suppose I will forgive you for leaving. What happened last stream? What was last stream? Last stream was In Stars and Time, where we are time looping our problems away, and the main characters being too real. The stream before that, we had Super Wizard Time. It was very good. I have all 3 of these myself, but I still pray for you. I'm not too bothered, in complete honesty, about whether I get them. I just want to see if streamer luck happens and if I can piss anyone off with my streamer luck. What happened last Limbus stream? Oh, we got eaten by the whale, and then inside the whale we found Ishmael's captain, who has set up a little town inside the whale. And Ishmael really wants to kill her captain. But her captain's like, look, I rule this town. If you try to kill me now, everyone's going to kill you and you're not going to be able to do anything about the thing you want. I will go with you to get the thing you want. And when I get to kill the whale, once I've done that, Ishmael, you may kill me then. And that's about where we got up to. That was the Toxic Yuri. We made a mockery of the space-time continuum. Yes. I know, but they're cool. They are cool. I'll give you that. And we're gonna do at least one 10 roll for the fun, for the shits, and or the giggles. Go! No sparkles. I might not be lucky. I don't think I'm lucky today. Ooh, am I? Am I? Am I? 로저!
쉴만큼 쉬었으니까 다시 가볼까? 다들 옷 단단히 여미고.
We're looking for blue? Well, we got a Roger. That's fun. Got a Rodian. Cute. And cute Faust. Look at her in her jumper. There var Roddy. Blueja. Just a small gamba for fun. I won't touch my lunacy. But, you know, what if we just did it again? What if we did it one more time? You know, just once. Just once. It's not blue. It's not sparkling with it again. What if we just use tickets? You know? What if we just use tickets? And then it's fine, right? It's fine if we just use tickets. Yeah, ticket. That's not blue. Camera addiction strikes again. Shh, it's not an addiction. If it was addiction, we'd do this every time and I would have spent money by now. But I haven't spent money yet, so it's fine. Why not touch the lunacy? No particular reason, I'm just setting a weird rule for myself. What if you're only one pull away? What if? Oh yeah, I got a 10 roll ticket. I don't know how to use it though. Like, can I? Oh yeah, I do have the 10 roll ticket. I can just use the 10 roll ticket. I forget. It's not blue! Give me blue! No blue. Unless it's a trick. No blue. Oh, hello, Don. Don Quixote fits being Don Quixote's already insane, so Don Quixote kind of fits being this insane too. I didn't have that. That's new. That's nice. Gambling is bad. We're not using real money. We are not, so we're fine. This is just in-game currency we're using. No real money has been used in this gamba so far. Just one more 10 roll. One more 10 roll. Insane evil or insane funny? Yes, both. Okay, let's just use the tickets. Oh, it's shiny. It's not the color I want though. Yellow's nice and all. Why are we having Walpy luck? Yeah, we're having Walpy luck. Oh, look at her! She's so fab. Again, this is what happened at Walpy. This is what happened. Why is this happening again? Why do I get everything but the freaking banner things? Rate up is a lie, rate up is a lie. E-I-N-T-O, rate up is a lie. 3 Musketeer style Don. It's perfect! Hi, hot chip, Hongers. How you doing, Hongers? She's so happy, she is. Rate up is a lie, rate up is a lie. E-I-N-T-O, rate up is a lie. Me too. Yeah, we can sit. We can sit in stew, Mark. It's fine. I didn't need it. But like, what if? But no. But what if? But no. What else am I like, the only thing I would be saving my lunacy on at this point would be for saving for the next Walpy. The next one we've got is a Faust, haven't we? Do it. Do it. One more time. Hi Kevlar, welcome. Yeah, it's She Faust. The lunacy is only temporary. You've plenty for time next month. That's true. That's true. That's true. The peer I've never, like, when I gamble on my own, I feel no pressure whatsoever. With you guys, I felt a lot of pressure. Okay, a little bit. Okay, okay. One more. One more. Maybe. Maybe more than one more. I mean, we've already used my lunacy now. Now we may as well just go all in until we get blue. Let's go. Fine, we're here now. This is where we live. Go again. Do it. Extract, motherfudger. Gimme blue, gimme blue, gimme blue. Gimme blue, gimme blue, gimme blue. Gimme blue, gimme blue. That's... Come on. Come on, again. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Give me blue. That's not blue. That's not blue. I want blue. Where's the blue? Where's blue? Is blue a lie? Does blue exist? I don't believe so. This is the last 10 roll we can do. I can get more pulls from the event. That's true. We need to go do the event. No, can't do it. That is it. That is single roll. Single roll. But what about if we get a single roll? I haven't even heard the wild lord laugh, and I did it. That's how insane we've gone. This all because you doubted for your lack of faith through this all. It's sparkly. It could be a fake out. No, it's not. Ding! Kevlar, come in with those memberships. We did run out. This is good timing. Sweetie got membership! Yay! Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you, Kevlar. More gamba. I'll use up everything I got. Why not? Why not? It's free. Nothing's stopping me. Except my sanity. But who needs that? Sanity's overrated. We're not using any real monies. This isn't realsies. Not realsies at all. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter about my lunacy. Sanity's overrated anyway. Maybe we should. Oh, I will. Maybe for this last roll, let's sing that Arknight song that I like. And the night sky is at its darkest, when the battle is at its hardest, when you beat down and broken something, I won't give up. No, I can't give up. But it feels like it's over. Maybe it's too late for me. Feel my blood getting colder. Nope. It is the last for me. Whoa. Hello, howdy, welcome. Apologies, I was singing. I just used all my lunacy. Oh well. Single pull and yeah. Let's see what this is all about. Oh heck yeah. I can do things. There are 20 more pulls in the Arknight events, also thigh mail, so we need to get that. One lunacy in a tree, let's go! Wait, what did it say? I don't know. It said something about spoilies, didn't it? Yeah, bye. Sane? I was sane once. They locked me in a magic bus. A magic bus on September. And on September 30th and on September 30th we made the sane once. Sane. You can do the story, but it has spoilers for latest chapters. Spoilers for Canto 8. That's sad. Cause I wanna get stuff. Ooh. What do you mean I can't do these? What is this? I guess these are the guys very specific. There's a tiny spoiler for Canto 8 at the very end. Name of a location. I could skip the story, but would that be very fun for you guys to watch? Is that something I should really be doing? Skip the final chapter. Okie dokie. No need to skip the whole story. Let's watch the start then. Look! Toxic Yuri! Whee! I was exploring a Lobotomy Corporation branch when my consciousness sinks into the depths. The sense of cognition itself was a concept without form, floats into the shadows of an ever-widening river, swept up its currents to nowhere. Bernie gets to experience the forbidden game mechanic currently. Yay! No image spoilers till chapter 8. I'd like to see the start at least then. I'll start skipping around then just to be safe. There are a bunch of yeah, I think callbacks are okay because it's a case of I don't have context for it, therefore I won't really pick it up. Mostly saying because Arknight stuff will entirely disappear if I do something. Yeah, I'd have to maybe look it up on YouTube afterwards. Maybe we could do a watch party. When we ran into an abnormality, but Sword told us that Hong Yan's lobotomy branch should be free of any abnormalities. The abnormality which appeared out of nowhere was more otherworldly than we'd encountered so far in our journey, and deep blue. I have heard the legend of the red coins, of the unbreakable red coins. The red gaze and the blue man group. It was fathomlessly blue, and seemed to have a pull that endlessly drew us into itself. Just as I was about to recall this abnormality, A myriad of sceneries and a flood of incalculable thought crashed into my mind like waves before ebbing away from its shores. I was already lost and adrift somewhere within my own consciousness when I realized this. How long am I going to be adrift? Brainy's Bizarre Adventures. Yay! Red coins are unbreakable. A Lobco branch that has no abnos. That truly is heresy. That is heresy, that's true. The sensation of my own consciousness floating away is quite the unfamiliar one. It's probably the least useful Lobcorp branch then, because then it didn't make any enkephalin energy. I floated about in that strange state for a while. It's a bunny girl! An unfamiliar voice seizes my aimless drifting consciousness. Are you okay, Dante? The fog of my vision clears as the voice breaks through the waves, and a concerned expression comes into view. Yeah, I am. What a relief. Gregor, I think Dante's come too. So, who are? I was about to ask further questions to this stranger with particularly long animal-like ears, but passed out. The neat part is, since Alarm 2 plays in insignificant distress, you can always hear a second trumpet if you mess up. Life anymore. I don't know what this means. I felt the drowsiness coursing back, with terrifying memories of the dream rendering me unable to speak. I have to get a hold of myself. After an intermediate amount of time had passed, I barely managed to make myself up from slumber to get a grasp of my surroundings, only to find myself surrounded by more unfamiliarities. There was that stranger from earlier sitting atop a rock and silently taking in the sights, a young girl who probably saved my life. Wait, so those were animal ears after all. Okay, that's not important right now. I've seen bunny girls. We have Ryoshu. I don't have bunny Ryoshu though. I've seen bunny girls. I have moused. Scarlet Silver, and welcome. If it has no abnos, then it means they all escaped. Oh, that's a good point. The one true abno that can rival the latest paperwork hell. I do not know Arcanite's lore, howdy. I know of the two banger songs. There's Last of Me and Like This. Thought she was a donkey? What do you mean? I don't know what she is. Is she a donkey? She's got big pointy ears. I just assume bunny. Oh, she is a donkey. She's an ass? Interesting. So we're standing by the Iberian coastline. How are you feeling? No, it's a donkey. That's a girl. That's a donkey girl. That's an ass girl. That's an ass girl right there. She's a bunny. Okay, she is a bunny, not an ass. Okie dokie. Briny Knights of Archivent game. Yes, welcome. Welcome, Necromancer. A little out of it, but I'm otherwise okay. Iberia, huh? Yes, we're in Iberia. Well, given that we're next to an ocean, maybe I did drift all the way to U-Corp's Great Lake. Iberia was an unfamiliar name, but that was all I had to go on, given that the city was still full of more unknowns than knowns to me. I radioed your colleagues when you briefly woke up earlier. They'll be here any minute. I see. She can understand me! Damn, so that's an elegant ass you got there. She is a nice looking ass. Wait, my colleagues? You must have run into the sinners then. When? fog of my mind immediately cleared as soon as I realised that the sinners were all nowhere to be seen. Sinners? I think so. I ran into them earlier. They were looking all over the place for someone with a clock for their head. It was a pretty unique description, so I could tell right away that you were the person they were looking for. So this clock head does come in handy. She can hear you through the power of ass. I see! Donkeys have that power. Gregor! Hong Liu! Manager Bud! Dante! I'd woken up in an unfamiliar place to an unfamiliar face, and in the midst of this all-around sense of displacement, the faces that appeared before me were certainly a sight for sore eyes. Gregor! Hong Liu! Miss Rabbit here told me she found you unconscious by the ocean, and came as fast as I could, and oh boy, I was worried something bad might have happened. Glad to see you doing fine. Thanks, Dad. I'm fine, Dad. Were you lost at sea? I don't know. Chain smokers are not made for running. Correct. I mean, the ass's ears are not that big for no reason. It takes the surface area to understand the digging. No. The roach is still there. It's fine. Pablo is safe. That is all that matters. Pablo is safe. Well, I do think I'm fine, though I guess we're not. I guess not having a way to drink water's finally come in handy. You should get that checked out, just in case. Wait, your head's waterproof, right? It's on fire! So I have no clue. Gregor takes a moment to steady his breathing, then mutters a casual quip as he lights a cigarette. Well, he doesn't seem that concerned. Maybe we're not actually in that much danger. So what happened? Where are we? Do you remember entering that lobotomy corporate branch Xinchin told us about? Yeah. Yeah, we ran into a new abnormality and got sucked into it before we even had a chance to do anything. Man, I really thought that was it for us. Especially with you getting sucked in there too, Manager Bud. But when we came to, despite waking up with our faces down in some ditch, we were all fine without a scratch. Though there was quite a mess when we realised you'd gone missing. Has anyone tried roasting marshmallows on Dante's head yet? Don Quixote probably has. That sounds like something Don Quixote and Roger have done. On multiple occasions. Ryoshu and maybe not Gregor. I'm not sure if Gregor would, but Ryoshu's definitely lit a cigarette on his head. That much is for sure. Oh yes, definitely. Marshmallows, maybe. If they got some, they'd try it. Good evening, JCPWay. Welcome. Do marshmallows even exist in the city? Yes, I believe they do. We wanted to search for you immediately, but it took a while before we got better bearings of where we were. So we're not at Eucorp's Great Lake? Some of us considered that to be a distinct possibility, but it's unlikely. Ishmael was really certain we're not in District 21. She did concede that we might be in an unknown area within the Great Lake of the outskirts, but that doesn't seem likely either, given what the rabbit-eared lady said. I really don't know what voice to do for Gregor. I know what voice he has in my head, but I am unable to replicate that. The outskirts region of the Great Lake? I've met all kinds of people from all over Terra, but I've never met anyone who referred to the Iberian Sea that way. Terra? Iberia? As I found myself puzzled by these unfamiliar terms, a very obvious question suddenly struck me. Speaking of which, who are you? Really? You fellas haven't introduced yourselves to each other yet? Spatukal. I'm 100% they exist, but they are just made of dead children's dreams or something. That's it. Arknight's Iberia is just their version of Spain and Portugal combined into one. I mean, they are kind of the same landmass for us as well, that makes sense. Hello, Dermaid, welcome. Oh damn, I haven't gotten around to playing the co-op yet, because of work. So I'm gonna have to leave. Okay, that's fair. No worries. Thank you for coming. It's just that, it's a lot to take in. It's understandable. You did just wake up from a pretty harrowing experience. She is, actually, would you like to do the honors yourself? I'm Amia, the leader of Rhodes Island. Please, just call me Amia. I'm Dante, manager at Limbus Company. I know I'm late, but thanks for saving my bacon. Seems the rodeo, not Rhodes, rodeo. Oh no, it is Rhodes. He's just saying it wrong. Seems this Rodeo Island is a pretty big corporation, but... Gregor trails off ominously and scratches his head before continuing with mild trepidation. Not his bacons! It's okay, the bacons have been saved. If you want to use the collab, he goes, I got them! Support units to the rescue. Fuck yeah! This lady with the rabbit ears doesn't know what the head is at all. As far as I know, there aren't any organizations within Intero with the same characteristics as the one Mr. Gregor explained. At least not with a name like the Head. Also, sorry, it's Rhodes, not Rodeo. Sorry, Gregor. Sorry, Gregor's kind of bad with names. So, what you're saying is that we're not in the city anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore, guys. He sports a full hay shows as well. Yeah. It'd be weird for any higher up at these huge corporations to know less about the Head than we do, let alone completely clueless about it. Maybe we've tumbled into a previously undiscovered zone in the outskirts or the ruins, or probably. Or maybe we've really found ourselves in a completely different world. If their conjecture is correct, we're in a way bigger trouble than I thought. Is Xinchen... Is she the cute girl that was in the event before? I am assuming this. Rhodes Island is based off the IRL island that once housed Knights Hospitaire, which were both crusaders and medics. Oh, fun! Cool! That's fun! Amia stared at me with some concern, as though she felt my distress. I think I can draw a connection to something else that's happening here. Really? Yes. Recently, anomalous sights and events have been occurring in Iberia ever since a mysterious dimensional door appeared at sea. It's been said that this dimensional door is connected to something very, very distant. To something that we've never observed before, so... Seems reasonable to theorize that the dimensional door is how we managed to cross over into this world. I really would have appreciated Frigid Faust's input. Where'd all the other sinners go anyway? A bit late on the uptake gawking around for the other sinners now. Don't you think? They're at a settlement here. We're all helping out with various odds and ends of the village, while taking turns searching for Dante, of course. You know, I never thought about how different it would be to search for someone when we're like a fish out of water, too, man. Barely got even a wink of sleep yesterday. Everyone's got to be really tired then, so it's just you two out here for now? Nah, Ishmael and Yusang's on the other half of the search party, and we just happen to be the last group in the rotation. They must be searching elsewhere to find your manager, bud. We got the news early thanks to Amiya's comm gear, but the other team didn't. Yeah, we got lucky. Other team, well, we don't have a way to get in touch with them, so they'll probably continue their search till their shift is done. Oh, we talking about that village you mentioned earlier? Uh-huh. Right, you haven't been there yet. I guess it's a bit off the beaten path. Well, we're going to have to rendezvous with the other sinners anyway, so let's head to the village for now. Something seemed to pique Amamiya's interest, as she fell into a contemplative silence before carefully speaking up. I would like to accompany you there. Sure. Don't see why not. You help us find manager, bud, and more importantly, you seem to know a lot more about this place than we do. I don't actually know Iberia that well, but I should be able to. I should be of some help. I would love to see Arknight's first scout's response to going to the sea. Well, I was thinking during this, there would love Tom PTSD. Like, did Arknights have an opposite crossover? Did they get some Limbus stuff? like the way the Final Fantasy and Monster Hunter ones work. Salutations once more, Brownie. I dare say you might find amusement in a game entitled Final Fantasy Tactics: The Evilise Chronicles. It doth strike me as a pastime well suited to your tastes. Yes. No, it's one-sided shame. Ironically, you mentioned that just as I mentioned Final Fantasy in general. Yes, the tactics games are games I am interested in, that much is for sure. Arknights has its own Eldritch Horrors. Wonderful! They've closed their borders and have practically locked out any foreign influence from affecting them, but I did get a briefing before the mission. Closed borders, huh? Then how do you get in, Miss Amamiya? We followed Dr. Caltist's directions and illegally crossed the border. Illegally? Oh, does that mean you crossed the border without obtaining any permission, Amamiya? We had to cross the border somehow in order to investigate how and why the dimensional door came to be. Huh. Is it normal for pharmaceutical companies to be doing that? Large pharmaceutical companies often dispatch their agents for missions. Yes, Rhode Island is, in its essence, a pharmaceutical company researching treatments for people infected with oripathy. But we also work to prevent and assist in the management of various situations that can occur in high-risk areas. High-risk areas, huh? Man, that's a crime. She's a criminal! Criminal ass! Arknights is no stranger to oppressive governments, capitalistic greed, and human rights violations. It's just not as prevailing as the city. I see. Pray tell, have you made acquaintance with its original iteration? No, I have not. I did play, that was, my favourite Bleach game was a tactics thing like that one, and I've had fun with, like, other tactics. 100 Line Last Defense Academy is a tactics game I've been having a lot of fun with. And it has 100 endings, and I've only done 30 so far. There's so much to do. Wait, what about your companions? I doubt you came all the way here on your own. That's, we were forced to split up due to certain forces that were in pursuit. Wait, stop! Amamiya's ears twitched as she came to a stop and began scanning the surrounding area. Then, there! As we stood about confused, Amamiya noticed something, pointed towards the seashore, hidden behind large and cragged rock formations. What are we supposed to... Huh? I can do tactics. Yes, I'm not very good at them, but I played 3 houses. I finished that game twice. There we saw someone wielding a lengthy greatsword. Bickering with 2 familiar faces. Ishmael! Yisang! Oh! 1 second. I just closed Limbus for myself. There we go. I minimized the window accidentally. Again, move. You're in the way. You needn't worry, as you do. We have had ample experience battling monsters who are much like them. Listen, I'm not worried. It's... Come on, better have 3 fighters than 1, right? Besides, you're the first person we ran into out here, so we've got a lot of questions to ask. Thighs, 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 thighs. I do hope that the fullness of time you might find yourself able to stream the game of which I spoke. Its narrative is indeed quite compelling. The only thing with games like that is because of how long they are. It can be very hard to stream, and I only have like 3 stream slots. So I try not to stream things that are too long like that, unfortunately. Fun fact, Scatty was an engineer before she became an abyssal hunter. Oh, like Scatty! You sang Ishmael! I'm really sorry, I need to go on a BRB. Yeah, I thought that speed would have actually kicked in. It did kick in, the speed. You just didn't see it. I need to get back on my seat. There we go. Ah! I don't know if it works with super chats, but thank you so much for the super. That's very super of you, X. Super duper. Thank you so much. I am glad that you like cat. You speak truly, now that I ponder it. 'Tis indeed a protracted affair. But if 2 hours be all you can spare per stream, a year, methinks, shall be required to see there. Yes, it's definitely something I have to keep in mind when I pick stream games, is how long they are. It's a shame. I wish I could stream more so I could do longer games, but life be life, and you know. You sang, Ishmael! Dante, you are unharmed. And here I was getting ready for a 3-day-long search. Oh, what a relief. We were all really worried that we might never be able to find you. We managed to thank them with the help from Miss Amamiya here. Amamiya? Are you 2 acquainted? Not a good time for a reunion. It can wait until after we take out the sea monsters. Scaddy, those organisms. Are those organisms? The seaborns? Mr. Caltis mentioned before? The sea terrors, to be specific. The less sophisticated ones among them. And they're probably here for me. Sea towers? Where's the extra ma from? Amia! Sorry, I don't know why I was saying Amamiya, Picado. The Beelzebub has the devil put aside for me. I don't know where the extra ma is coming from. She just deserves it because she's mwah. That ass is just mwah. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Mamma mia. Here she goes again. My, Amaya's a good ass. I heard the sticky noise of something viscous slithering against the rocks. These commands, as you've seen fit to impose, are accessible only to members. Am I to understand? Yes, indeed. Just a free incentive. Although, admittedly, I'm not very good at keeping on top of, like, taking it away when members leave, because it's something I have to do manually. So I don't always get it. Like Howdy shouldn't be able to do it right now. I should be taking Howdy out of it. Howdy can't do it anymore. Mark, are you in there? Mark's fine. I do need to keep better track of that. But I think Howdy's the only big grey name at the moment. So it's fine. Red Roach, Red Roach. Ugh. That was a terrible sniffle. This is a big list of viewers. That's terrible. This is fine. This is fine. When I turn to face the origin of the unsettling noise, I smell the heavy, wet scent of brine. Way! Now let's see if you get another one. Come on, come on. Howdy, 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 howdy. Doppel! We didn't get you, Howdy, but also thank you for the subs, but also Howdy new. Doppel, that's your ult, isn't it? Am I right? Am I right? Is that your ult? Did you get it? I don't know which. There's 2 Doppels on my list. I don't know which one's it. Oh no, X-Mom's doing it! Lemon Allen. Come on, Howdy! I don't know which Doppel it is. Last active would be the most... the one that chatted least. It's probably that one. You'll have to try. Thank you guys for trying the membership gacha. Tis a shame. Maybe next time. We're trying to get to the Howdy membership, yes. At the end of my gaze, strange monsters, unlike distortions, unlike abnormalities, unlike anything I'd ever seen. It is as though the sea itself, is encroaching on the land. I'm almost certain we were at the Great Lake, but I'm not sure anymore. Her experiences with the thick scent of brine at the Great Lake must have put her in a wary mood, as Ishmael seemed to be a lot more apprehensive about these monsters than anyone else. Do you think those creatures could be whales or mermaids? I'm very glad I've done a big chunk of Canto 5, because I don't think I'd even want to do this if I hadn't have done that. How to use this all the luck on the egos. Yeah, that's the problem. You lose it. It is I. I have but established another account, more principal mercantile account, being ineligible to receive such gifts. Memberships were intended. Yeah, well, I'm glad you all got it. That's fun. I don't know. The Great Lake and the outskirts are full of unexplored mysteries after all. Dante, what do your senses say? It's unclear. Yay! Double. Let me double triple check that I got the right double. 57. Yes, I think I got the right double in the permissions. Huh? More enemies on the horizon. We should prepare for a battle. Doesn't seem like we can talk things out with them now. So let's take them out! Fight! Amiya.
敵が来ます。皆さん、戦闘の準備を。
Well, I'm glad I gave her a cute voice, because she clearly has a cute voice. Will I get to use the egos just for fun?
敵に対して大きな打撃を与えます。
She's cute! Pray permit me to essay these commands to ascertain if they are in working order. Yes, by all means, do a spin, do an angry cat, do a head pat. Ah, there it is. There it is. It's working. They're in proper working order. Wonderful, wonderful. Win rate, cha-cha-cha. Win rate, cha-cha-cha. Ishmael doesn't have a Heisho, does she? She has the Zinchi. Doppels and the now. We speed. Get him, hungers. Hunger, hang. Yisang's a horsey. Amiya's a donkey. We got lots of animal people. We could do a little Umamusume with them. We could race them. Who are you putting your bets on? Horse Yisang or Amamiya donkey? I'm surprised Arknights hasn't done a Arknight should do a collab with Umamusume. And then they could have the whole, you're a horse, right? No! I'm a rabbit! Nah, you're a horse, right? I don't know, the dress-up gatcha one got real bad, so it could rival the nerd. Yeah, the dress-up, you mean Infinity Nikki? That was so good. I love that game. Problem is they like changed the opening and now I have no idea what the lore is about anymore, and that makes me very sad. Because I'd like to. Apparently the old Nikki games, the old dress-up games for the phone, apparently they get really real at points. Like really serious. I could do both. However, last time I did Infinity Nikki on a Gorilla stream, a lot of the songs got caught on copyright stuff, which is very annoying. Just like in-game songs. All remaining enemies have retreated to the sea. Good work, everyone. Ugh, didn't think you'd have to deal with anything remotely like this outside the Great Lake. You can say that again. It would have taken us a whole day if that scatty character didn't occupy the other half while Miss Rabbit helped us from a distance. As we were catching our breath after the battle. Yes, that one. The story was rewritten. Gatcha made into 7 to 8 parts with still 1% or less drop rates for an outfit. Yes! Yes. Story got absolutely rewritten and it was so sad. I got really into the story and then they changed it and I'm like, what? Yeah! It was so annoying. But it's also fabulous and I do love it. I heard a brief hum. When I turned back to look at its source, I saw Scatty glaring at me with palatable alarm. Strange people who transform like magical girls. And ahead of a clock. I guess they're both technically true. We are in fact magical girls. Scatty! Like Scatty. While it's nothing more than a theory at this point, I think they have a lot to do with the dimensional door we're supposed to be investigating. Nice to meet you, I guess? I only hear a ticking clock. Oh, that's because only us sinners can hear Dante's voice. Huh? What's up? No, I'm just wondering how Miss Mia can seemingly understand Dante. Huh? Yeah, what's going on here? Oh yeah, it completely flew off my head that I didn't even question how weird this is. Their voice sounds like a ticking clock to me too, but I don't know, it's almost like I can sense what they're trying to say. What kind of emotion they're trying to convey. Her explanation reminded me of the blue boy in Sinclair's past, but I didn't quite feel the uncanny sensation from Amamiya that I felt from them from Demi! Demi. So she can read me, kinda like how Virgilus can, I guess. Well, I don't think it's a bad thing. That's true, it's bit of a hassle to always need Faust or Hong Lu to translate for you, Dante. I'd like to know exactly how she can understand Dante, but I don't think we've got the luxury of time to sit around and figure it out. Look, when you've been isekai'd, the fact that you could talk to someone is the last thing on your brain. I don't blame him for not, like, clicking as to why Amiya could hear him. That's something we, the players, have the luxury of thinking about, but Dante did not. See, big ears make for fancy antenna for understanding. Makes sense, Chase, makes sense. By the way, Scatty is a very strong person in Alchemic's world. Can punch a hole through mountains type of strong. She's just vibing and hunting for fish most of the time. I love it. Clock can be read. More news at 5. Sounds like a plan. It's not like we've got anywhere else to go, right? Oh, and Miss Rabbit here will be tagging along too. She said she'll help us find our way back. I'm glad to be working with you two. Also, Miss Ishmael, Mr. Hong Lu. So the words are out of my mouth. You've already helped us plenty, and you certainly know a lot more about this place than we do. The journey is long. Perhaps embarking on ere the sun's fall would be wise. How long's the journey? No idea. It's not like we have a clock with us. I don't know. It's not like... But we do. Does Dante's face actually tell the time? Or is he in fact a broken clock that's only right twice a day? No, he is in fact a broken clock. Okay. I do not know. I do know that it's not very far though. We just need to walk along the coastline for a bit. It's a doomsday clock. I see. Ah! Stop scaring me. You keep scaring me with that. No, I'm a... Oh, sorry. Big CB. Dante's right twice a Canto. Scatty quietly points in my direction. Oh, Dante can't tell us the time because they're not on time. Then why the clock head? I didn't exactly choose to get myself a clock-shaped head. I looked away from Scatty's inquisitive eyes, which were quite solidly fixed on my head. The coasts of Iberia are hardly good places for people to live. Those things can go anywhere in this world, but they thrive in places that meet the ocean. So how did people manage to build a village at a place like this? Monsters. The monsters are called seaborns or sea terrors, yes? While it is true that they possess certain difficulties, they were hardly the kind of monsters with the strength to bring scourge and drive out the local populace. Don't judge them based off that brief skirmish. She's telling us to be on our guard, right? I thought that Amir behind him was like part of his coat. I was like, since when does Gregor's coat have bunny ears? Scatty can be a bit curt, but she's not a bad person. I don't think she said anything wrong. Nothing rules out the existence of stronger variants of these creatures being out there. Scatty's concern only served to fan my curiosity, but something about her expression communicated that I probably shouldn't pry, so I quietly quickened my pace as we walked the village. I haven't seen the Awadar movie yet. Just that it spins rapidly when annoyed is slightly amusing.
마침내 굴레 하나를 끊었어. 두려움 없이 나아갈 수 있는 아씨가 그리던 홍원이 한 걸음 더 가까워진 것이요. 그러니 언젠가 재회할 날 꼭 내게도 은자를 풀어주시오. 내 그것만을 바라고 온몸에 피를 묻혀가며 쉼없이 달리고 있으니
Failed ticket. Failed ticket. Back to the grind. I don't care. Single pulls a go-go. But I got a ticket and I was excited. Most gachas kinda, even if you do single pulls, you still get the like 1 in 10 bonus in like 90% of gachas. Is that not the case for Limbus? Just grabbing it and running the console like it, or ready to see what makes Canto. Yes, no? Why is that not the case? Every other gacha game I played does that. Boo. That's just sad. I don't want to have to wait till 10. That's big poo. This hardly looks like a village. More like the ruins of one, isn't it? It doesn't seem like they've done any proper upkeep to the place. Not in a while, at least. They're really here, living together. But I do want my dopamine now. I don't want to have to eat my veggies before my dopamine kicks in. The strange buildings tell stories of former prosperity from a bygone era. Okay. Stretchy. God, I'm so tired. Ooh, I might not be able to last the whole stream today. Our steps leave no footprints on the wet, muddy ground. On it, I see a rotting sign marked with the name Faro Muerto. So he said this is Spanish, so why is it called death? Everywhere I look in this village, I see evidence of long, silent abandonment. We don't see these kind of abandoned-looking ruins often in the city either. Well, yeah, there's always someone or something out there. The real Sancho! You are red. Welcome. Sleep is... Don't worry, it's just a reading for these stages. Wonderful! It just might take a while, so... Well, yeah. Capitalize on free real estate, be it a syndicate or a corporation, and fix it up better than this, at least. Sounds like a quaint little town. Faro Muerto. Far death, maybe? I'm not sure what Faro means, but I'm pretty sure Muerto is a bad thing, yeah. Dia de los Muertos. This is a death. This is Death Town. This is Death Town. Why are we in Death Town? Faro's like Lighthouse Death. That's not good. So where are the sinners? Oh, there's a clearing down where we're entrapped between. Sorry, I can see by the colour this is Dongahote. Where we are entrapped betwixt a twain and great ships narrowing wind against our sail. Oh, and that is where young Ishmael boomed her command most resonant. Say no more. Canto for Bedford, let's go. I didn't even have to try search for them. That unmistakably sonorous and familiar voice echoing triumphantly between the empty buildings. That's Don Quixote's voice when she's sharing her adventurous tales. Yeah, I was about to say 5. Lighthouse of the Dead was a lovely time of year. Answers ye dogs, oarsmen! 'Tis the moment Ishmael, the first mate of the vessel, Mistopheles, shall navigate. Ah! Stop! Hold on. Just where do you think? What do you think you're doing? Young Ishmael, unhand my mouth, for I was just about to regale with the most fantastic tale of our adventures in the Great Lake. Gasp! Manager, Squire! I absolutely believe that Don Quixote physically says gasp before actually gasping. I'm very glad we did Canto 5. Or at least I'm at a decent point of Canto 5 to know what's gone on. It's impossible to lose Don Quixote because your Don Quixote will loudly announce where she is, no matter how far away your Don Quixote may scamper. Yeah! She doesn't even grasp, she just says it. It's great. Ishmael's embarrassed. She was acting in Canto 5. Yeah, I don't blame her. Verily, thou hast returned with Manager Esquire safely in tow. Yeah, I know Heathcliff's bat changing. Oh, you found Clockhead. A burning clock for a head? When I was a child, I heard a story about a legendary Sarscan with a flaming head. Why would someone like that visit our humble village? While their exterior may carry elements from that inspire fear in some, there is no cause for alarm. Yeah, they might look like that, but they're Dante, our manager, and the rest are... Oh, hello. I'm sorry, who are you two? They're two very nice people who helped us find Dante. Miss Amia, leader of Rhodes Island, And this is Miss Scuddy, their operator. They'll be coming along with us for a little while. With us? Scars with a flaming head is a boss enemy later in Argonauts. Annoying dude. Wonderful. She doesn't even gasp, she just says it. Yeah. We believe that the dimensional door, which we at Rhodes Island are investigating, has something to do with why you suddenly woke up here in Iberia. As Amir was bringing the sinners up to speed, the villagers who were staring at us curiously approached us. Did our conversation manage to convince them that we're not a threat? I sure hope so. You're friends of our saviours. Saviours? Verily, 'tis quite the grand title, yet that is indeed the word by which we addressed. To be more precise, by saviours, they are referring only to Faust and Altus. Faust gave me a light nod when we made eye contact, but I could tell her lips were drawing to a very, very subtle smiling arc. She likes to have her ego puffed, doesn't she? So guess I am brilliant. Tell me more. So I guess something did happen. They were quite mistrustful upon our initial arrival. What business do outsiders have here? Well, if they're from the Inquisition. Oh no, what do we do? After we went through all that to get here. Calm yourselves, everyone. None of them are carrying what appears to be their scriptures or lamps. Let's try first to see who they are. Man, I don't think they're gonna trust us anytime soon. They're old crumdurgeons. Let's STNC, then PTSD. You can't do that, Ryoshu. We can't pillage their storage deposit. It looks like they already have it hard enough as it is. I don't think STNC is a good way to get started either. Should we just find help elsewhere? Just look how thin their arms are. I don't think they're in any shape to help us out. Yeah, Roger doesn't like seeing that. Good Faust. Smart Faust. Gives all the pets. She loves the pets. Thinking about it, Ishmael only has 2 fish-themed ego, with Faust and Dawn having the other ones. Fascinating. Amamiya at this moment, I believe 14 years old. She's already the leader of Rhodes Island, a fairly large corpo. She's the family member Asian parents always compare us to. Inquisition, the fantasy Spain and Portugal, no way! Meanwhile, in the city, the remaining people on the bus are printing the missing people timepiece, dons, and walking seafood posters. Ryoshu is that one friend who goes murder hobo if she gets a chance. Yes, she is. Perhaps we could inquire as to our whereabouts ere we are to decide lodgings. While landscape is certainly reminiscent of U-Corps. I don't recall seeing or learning about any place that looks like this, though I can't say I've been to every corner of U-Corp. I ask again, what business do you outsiders have here? Their fingers are tightening around the grips of their weapons. Prolonged silence will most likely turn this into a hostile encounter. We can't have that. Hi, we're from Limbus Company, we're Fixers of Justice! Yeah, that, Fixers of Oi! Don't you know how to keep it down? I feel like that's what my neighbours would probably say if they could yell through the wall. Fixers. That, over there, is a ship's blueprint, isn't it? Are you looking to repair a vessel by any chance? All these construction materials seem to suggest so. Chief, this does not concern you. It's something that a mere outsider can understand. Curious. I've never seen an energy source like this before. Have you run the tests to rule out any stability issues? It seems to power the heat exchanger via some method comparable to the utilization of fusion energy. Have you any thoughts on this, Miss Faust? The general design structure is somewhat old-fashioned, but there certainly are inspired parts to this design, particularly with the usage of the core energy source. While its stability would need to be further studied, this technology seems to be incredibly energy efficient. You identified all that merely by glancing at this blueprint. You must be the village chief, then. If so, I have a proposition for you. In return for assisting in their ship repair, we were promised a ride on their vessel. Miss Faust has theorized that perhaps by going out to sea, we may be able to find a way to return once we came. Ah yes, old-fashioned nuclear fusion. Originium, the fuel that powers Terra. Super efficient fuel, but stability sucks ass. Naruhodo. Does that mean we can find a way back somewhere out there in the sea? Nothing is certain yet, Dante. At this moment, we are working based off a hunch. A hunch. Sensing the implicit omen in her choice of words, I slowly turned around to look at Faust, who nodded solemnly in response. If we're really in a different world, even her Gesellschaft has to be... She's disconnected from the Faust Discord? Oh no. No issues were encountered in the repair process. Faust smiles faintly as she looks around, then pulls me by the hems and whispers in a low voice. My connection to Gesellschaft is currently operating at a suboptimal level, Dante. I'm having ping issues, Dante. Ping issues. My frame rate has dropped dramatically. So it's still connected, at least? Indeed it is. However, even exchanges of simple information are taking up to dozens of hours by current calculation. This isn't a warp train situation. Is this a warp train situation? Because we're in a different dimension? The cores should be identical. We have been connected to an unidentified, unpredictable dimension. Packet loss! Surprising a lot of gacha games with weaponized cancer. Yup. She got that cheap $20 Ruda stick and a drink. She's doing her best! However, Faust is aware that the pathway to our original dimension is yet to close this time, unlike the situation aboard the warp train. They're gonna rerun the warp train event, aren't they? They said they were gonna, and I'm very excited for that. I would like to experience that event. So, to get back to where we came from, indeed, travelling through the pathway is the most feasible solution. And from that you came up with the whole plan to repair the ship and sail out to sea? The warp train is next! Yee! I'm actually quite excited about that. As much as I am traumatized, I'm excited at the same time. I am afraid. I've been so afraid. But I'm excited to be able to do one of the old events. Yes, well, I am also a genius after all. Amia conjectured that we probably came through a dimensional door of sorts. Looks like that dimensional door might be what Faust is looking for. With likelihood, yes. Gotta read Canto 6! Ah! We are in the dungeon of Canto 5, to be fair. So I think we could potentially get to the end. At least there's a way back. I can find myself calming down a little now. Oh, speaking of which, when do you think we can wrap up the repair job? As fortune should have it, a majority of the most time-consuming parts of the repair have already been completed by the locals. It shouldn't take us more than a day or two to get its core part shipshape again. Executive Manager? Hello, Foo Fighter! I hope I get spoiler ID. Spoiler ID. Sounds great. We'll be staying here a few more days then. How did you manage last night? Well, like I said earlier, we've been keeping ourselves busy looking for you this whole time. We took turns helping with the repairs and resting, but I doubt any of us got any proper rest last night. It seems people take about 7 hours for the collab. No! Still, we weren't cold thanks to the villagers who kept the fire going for us all night. Not to mention how they helped us a ton with that local map they drew us. Oh, also, Chief handed us this earlier. What's it for? Oh, it's like a sack to collect water. Give it a... I know how to get that installed. It must be to repay Miss Faust and Miss Altus' efforts at repairing their ship, yet the service they provide is certainly quite generous, even when taking the transactional nature into account. They're really giving us the best treatment they can, huh? As for food, we managed to fill ourselves with some cookies and bread Roger keeps in her pockets. Impressive! Is that why her coat's so big? So she can fill it with food? Don't want to eat their food supply when they're already pretty tight, you know? She carries enough cookies and bread for 12 people. That's why her coat's so big! They did offer us some nosh, those dried fish things, but we refused. It ain't about taking food from the needy. I ain't about to be taking food from the needy. How long have those cookies been in there? When was the coat washed last? Fun fact. Carmen can follow us between dimensions now. This is canon. Terrifying. Australian Opter, terrifying. You can 100% fit a subway foot long inside the coat's inner pockets, definitely. You can fit multiple of them. You know, like some people have holsters for like so you can like for your handgun. For the what's the word? The piece of metal that you put the bullets in for the handgun. People have belts for those, and instead of putting the piece of metal for the handgun, you just put bread in. Breadsticks. No need to concern yourself so much with our hospitality. You have done more than enough to earn your keep. Magazine! That's it! Magazine! There is technology for the presentation of food in the city, that's true. Holster! Both! Yes! Fill it with food. Fill it with food. So much food. A magazine, but with hundreds of thousands in. I turned around to look at the source of that low, grumbling voice and saw an old man in an outfit that seemed to distinguish itself among the other villagers. There you are, Chief. Is there a place for us to stay tonight? We do have places to shelter from the misty humidity, at the very least. There is an empty building there, so feel free to occupy it for the night. You sure? I mean, I don't mind sleeping in the street myself. Hey, speak for yourself. I've been looking forward to sleeping with a roof over my head since, like, yesterday. You'll catch a cold sleeping in the elements in this environment, which is fine by me, but fine for me for the rest... which is fine by me for the rest of you, but we cannot afford to have the executive manager or our honoured guests suffer that fate. Honoured guests? I heard what happened from the four who left in search of the executive manager. First, I would like to begin by imparting my infinite gratitude for you for finding and rescuing the executive manager. I hear that you are the leader at a pharmaceutical company. This acquaintance shall certainly come in handy, in case your stay becomes significantly prolonged. I'm just surprised by her boldness to say something so materialistic when they're standing right there. She just Autist can't turn off girl boss mode. I must take my leave. Do enjoy the event. Chat, do remember that she's in Canto 8-4. I'm in Canto 5. And not finished Canto. Avoid spoilers and mentioning specific events. Yes, thank you for the reminder. And hope you have a good day, howdy. Can I stay in your village too, Chief? The village chief took a brief glance at the hems of her right wrist, then nodded. Welcome to Faro Muerto. You are welcome to stay as long as you want. And please do let me know if you find yourselves without food. Our food supply might be tight indeed, but we have enough to share with those who helped repair the vessel. Ooh, you better not go back on your word later. I wonder what kind of local delicacies. Oh, wait! Dried fish like they were eating earlier, maybe? Hey, Chief. What is it? Just, how are you surviving out here? By the sea? Perhaps the question of how we are surviving may be somewhat misdirected. For we are only pursuing every possible avenue because we must survive. The chief responds to Skaddy's perceived hostility with a hearty smile, and leaving some firewood for the night, he left. I'm going. I can't learn much from here. Huh? You going somewhere at this hour? Skaddy, does this have something to do with the coast? I remember what you said before we got to the village, something about how coasts are hardly good places to live in. Dante wants to know if this has something to do with the coast. Thank you, Amia. You. Do you understand the language? Language? No. Dante, Skaddy just spoke in Aegean. What? I couldn't understand a word Skaddy in the chief's... I couldn't understand a word of Skaddy in the chief's conversation because I don't speak Aegean. It may only be that there were enough lexical similarities between one of the city's languages and the language Skaddy spoke for them to comprehend the meaning. Weird coincidence. Anyway, I have something to look into. Something you're all too slow to see. You still have to tell us about it later. Please remember, you're not on a solo mission, Skaddy. This is a team effort from Rhodes Island. Will do. Pronounce like Aegis! Ah, okay. Thank you for telling me. Skaddy nodded slightly before leaping off into the night out of our sights. I'm kind of worried. She's not the best with people, but she's also pretty thoughtful. She'll be okay. We should head inside. The sun's starting to set already. Oh yeah, we can probably just pick an unlit building and stay there for the night, right? Trying our best to ignore the mood that was starting to turn awkward, we made our way into the nearby unoccupied building. Yay, stuff! Oh lordy. I am an EP girl, an EP girl, E-I-E-N-T-O, I am an EP girl. I'll have enough. I'll have enough. I'm gonna finish this stream today. Of course I'm finishing it today. I'm gonna finish this stream now! For very obvious reasons, I feel. I'm so yippy. It's been a hard few days, but it's fine. I got to stream a little bit. We got to see a bit more of the event. That's nice. I am sorry. I wish I could stream all more, but I am so tired. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming! Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, anyone alert. Thank you, anyone watching the VOD. I really appreciate coming, no matter which way you decided to do. No sleep, early gamba, no! All sleep, no gamba. I'll gamba in my dreams. And I'll win in my dreams because they're my dreams. And I get to do whatever I want. Ha 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 ha. I say that. I don't lucid dream. I do and I don't. Wish I could. If you have not already, I would highly appreciate it if you could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel. If you've done that, you could spin me, I guess. That's fine. If you've done that, go on Twitch. Give Twitch a follow. That would be lovely. And if you've done that, you could join the Discord. And if you've done that, you could follow Blue Sky. And if you've done that, then money is involved. And you could go to my merch store and get ebooks, first copies of the books that I've written. Bookmarks, notebook, pillow, crochet potato and stickers. You could get Little Red and the Baba Yaga, a visual novel game with 60 endings on itch.io that I wrote. You could get an audiobook from Audible if you search my name. 7 hours of me talking to you with no mistakes. There's Kofi, where you can get emote commissions and small audio short stories. And last but not least, you could get membership or Patreon, where you can vote for next week's Monday stream, which is currently sort of confusing between writing Limbus fanfiction or playing more Limbus Company. No, not Limbus. Lobotomy Corp. Ugh, this is why I need to go to bed. My brain's getting so many things confused. But chat, you both get chat commands and get to vote on that. Members get emotes. And Patreons get monthly drops of my stories. They will be getting Moon Girl 2 soon. For free. So look forward to that. But that is all I have for you once more. Thank you so much for coming. I will be back on Sunday where we will read some more Little Prince. But until then, I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Brownie Rose Smith, I'm the Forbidden Library. Goodbye.